This your girl Riddle,
And this is
More Than a Mother podcast.
episode 4.
And what is this title?
This episode is titled More Than a Father. As you can see, we have our menses with us today.
We have the fathers here.
So introduce yourselves.
I'm Tyler.
I'm talking.
Tyler Trey.
I'm Tyler.
And y'all are.
I'm Seven's dad and Heaven's boyfriend.
Marley's dad and Yasmin's boyfriend.
Well, it's a we.
Riddles.
I call her Yazzie so much
Every
that her
time.
name is no longer Riddle. I'm sorry. But no, it's still Riddle. So y'all, today we're just here because we wanted to do something for Father's Day. And these are the fathers of our amazing children. So we are having them as guests so we can get into all of the tea, okay? We want to talk about a few things. And I think we should probably start with, how did you guys meet the fabulous Heaven and Riddle?
Okay. Emphasis on fabulous.
Fabulous.
And who would like to go first?
I think it's first.
Go ahead, Trey.
Well, I'm saying how I met you.
Yeah. How do we meet?
Forever 21. I was working at cash register. She came in.
I thought I was gonna marry the dude last week.
Yeah,
You was with somebody else?
Nah, but for real, I came in with two niggas.
Yeah, she came.
You came in with
somebody else.
2 other guys?
Yup.
And I'm him.
And so y'all just got to talking at the register?
It didn't go quite
Yeah,
like
but
that.
so now she
I
said she
asked for
liked
his
my,
Instagram.
The clothes I had on. Then she asked for my Instagram, and then we ended up talking later. Later on.
I'm just kidding. I ain't shooting.
Yazzie told y'all she was a pimp, honey.
In unmanly terms, because that was the summary. But
Yes, tell her that.
it was. I think after we met, we didn't start like for real talking until maybe a year after that. I think it was about a year later before he just kind of was all over my Instagram, and I just was like, okay, and then it never stopped. So here we are, 5 years and 1 baby later. 5 years
Yeah,
and 1
flew
baby
by
later.
quick.
I love that.
Yeah, it's great to do that.
Man, how do we meet?
So me and Heaven actually knew each other for a while.
Very long.
We didn't we just knew each other. We didn't we were cool. We knew each other around Gastonia, but just to make it short.
The way we started talking was
I made a snap for an Instagram story and
she slid up on it, of course.
she thought the nigga was funny, so she was like, ha ha, in my DM, so I had to.
I was.
One thing, you know what I'm saying? I asked her on a date. We was talking about food, so I was like, "You ever been to this one spot?"
Set up a little date,
And what's crazy is we both got sick the first date. We were supposed to
go,
go.
so we had to reschedule.
We both got sick.
Yep.
Like what? COVID?
It was just like a regular cold. It's like he got a cold first, and then I got a cold, so we had to reschedule.
Yeah, but yeah, we went on a date. And we was good.
So we texted for a couple weeks, and I feel like that was good God's timing because we were able to kind of talk a little bit prior to the date. And tell them about our date, babe.
You told him about a date.
Okay, I'll tell them. Our date was amazing. So I was in this era when he asked me on a date. I already knew that I decided I was not going to be casually dating anymore, that I was trying to find my husband. I was just ready. I've been ready, but I was just ready. And so when he asked me on a date, I was like, wow, that's very thoughtful. You know, men of today's generation, they be like, you want to smoke? You want to go catch a bite? Like, you know, but he actually asked, oh, let's go to brunch. You like this spot? So I was excited about that. We ended up going to dinner because we had to reschedule. And we ordered our food, didn't even eat the food. It sat in the to-go boxes on the table. We drank and we talked for like 5 hours.
Oh, what a
We literally just talked.
I don't think I've ever asked you how you guys met.
Yeah. We just talked and it was amazing. I knew then. I always say I knew then. He said he didn't know then. Did you? No. Okay, well, I did. And now here we are, almost 2 years later with a baby.
Wow.
Yep.
2 years. 2
Man,
years that
that's
flew by
crazy.
them.
Nah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. It seems like we've been together for 17,
Yeah.
don't it?
So 5 years don't seem like decades.
I know.
'Cause I swear we've been together since we was children. That's what it feels like.
That's what it feels like. And now we have our own children. We are 2 children in, and we are happy. We're both in happy relationships, and so that's what we're gonna get into.
What does happy look like?
What does happy look like to y'all?
Right.
What happened when y'all had y'all's baby too? I want to know that too.
Lord. So babies, if you know us, then you know babies was not even a thought. For neither one of us. I think that's very funny because I literally asked him like every day, how did we do this? We really lost our minds on that one. we did our big one when we did that. But I don't even know. We definitely was not protecting ourselves to not have the child.
Yeah.
So that's how we had the baby.
That's how it happened.
That's how it happened.
We still not 100% sure what day it was. So.
No.
Oh, that's how y'all know y'all was getting it in.
Just don't even know. We know what week it was, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, the baby.
So what happened when you found out that she was pregnant with Trayvon?
Well, I knew.
Yeah.
I knew before she did. She was in denial.
I was in denial.
She was in denial, but I was like, nah, you showing too many symptoms. Just randomly, she couldn't eat nothing. We used to smoke and she would get sick. Like everything was. I was like, nah, that ain't normal. She got to be pregnant. And then she took a little pregnancy test. I was at work, right, or something.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was at work. Said she was pregnant, but I knew.
I wanted to take by myself because when they said no, I needed to be like, I swear y'all I'm not. And then when they say yes, I said I'm going to bed. I literally sent the picture to Trey, and I literally went right to sleep. I ain't have nothing to say to nobody. I was like, what the fuck? Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Cause a little backstory, a little history is, since I've been an adult, they have told me that I couldn't have children. So when we got together, I feel like some of the very first conversations was like, if you want kids, I ain't the bitch for you. They told me I can't do that. And then our little miracle child happened.
Yeah, but now really what happened, we started getting in the gym. We
Yeah.
started eating right,
started
we was
eating
vegan
right,
and
yeah.
all that.
Mm-hmm.
Vegetarian and yeah.
Fucking stop. Real good.
Yeah.
Got it nice and clean.
And now we got baby Marley.
We have a similar story. But the only opposite for us is that we both knew when we met, we both knew that we had a passion for having kids and wanting to be parents.
Yeah, I think we're just family people, like, on that aspect. Heaven wants a lot of kids. Like, I just want, like, 3 kids max. That's max, bro. 2, if I have a little girl, if we have a little girl next, I'm good. But Heaven wants a lot of kids.
She do.
She
I've
want a lot of
always
kids.
wanted a big old family. We talked about this
Yeah.
already, y'all.
So I think we came into it knowing that, like, we wanted a kid as an end goal. But yeah, bro, Heaven is, I think it's Heaven's fault. She said it's my fault. It's your fault, dude.
I told the people you trapped me now.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm gonna tell
We
you.
did tell him that.
Look, bro, on a random day in November, bro, literally a random day in November, bro, she decided to just, like, shower me one day. She got me a massage at Massage Envy. She got me tickets.
No, go ahead, let's tell him.
No, I
she
wanted him
said
to
she
get
was.
back in there because he was leaning. He got excited.
She got me tickets to, like, the Wolfpack and UNC game, and, like, that's one of the biggest college footballs in North Carolina. She got me cologne, one of the colognes that I wanted, and I forgot what else. You got me, like, a toboggan and shit like that. She got
I had a goodie
She got us
bag.
a hotel
Yes.
with the rose petals.
Yes.
Come on, bro.
I had the
She said
brandy
she was-
She
plan.
made
I
me
think you
drink
trapped
a-
him.
It was
No,
Bro, we
I was just trying to have a little sex.
exactly, bro. We drank a whole bottle of that Espolon, bro.
The
Oh,
That
tequila.
night, bro. In the hotel room, bro. I'm like, and I told her, bro, I'm probably gonna get you pregnant tonight. She's
So
like,
who fault is it really?
and she's like, okay.
He lied. I believe
I
him.
mean, the
Bruh,
move set to
the move set,
pregnancy,
you got me
bro.
liking you.
Not the who set to pregnancy.
It was.
You got me liking you.
There's too much stuff in the room.
Yeah.
I'm weak. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure it was daylight for us. Pretty sure it was.
Yeah, cause
She
you
don't
know.
even fucking know.
So I'm like, yeah, bro.
Well, what really happened is we dated for a while. He asked me to be his girlfriend after like what 3 or 4 months.
It was weeks.
No, it was 3 months.
girlfriend?
Yeah, because I'm going to tell you how I remember. We was laying in the bed one day, and you was like, oh, how long has it been? I was like, it's been 3 months, so are you going to make me your girlfriend or what? I remember specifically. Anyway, so it was about 3 months later, according to me. And he asked me to be his girlfriend. And after that, I was like, you know what? I want to set the mood for our relationship. I want to set the example for how romantic I want our relationship to be. So I said, I'm going to lead by example, and I'm going to make us have this wonderful romantic day. It was never in my plans to get pregnant on that day. But that's what happened. And we know exactly the moment I got pregnant.
Yeah,
I think that's cool.
Yeah, we want to do that.
We got a picture in the hotel.
That night and everything. That lady, bro, that lady was a beacon, bro.
Yes.
She came up to us like, y'all are a beautiful couple. Can I take a picture of y'all? On the same exact night that we ended up having 7, bro. So I think she was a beacon for us to remember that moment.
Yeah, and we got that picture. And then she took it on a professional camera. And y'all, the funniest thing about it is that we look so, and we always are happy, but we looked so happy in that
that's
picture.
ovulation.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, I had to be. We didn't talk about this, but I had to be ovulating because baby girl got pregnant. So it was a good time. We had fun. We went to the pool, and it was just the 2 of us, and it was a heated pool, wasn't it?
Yep. And I wasn't smoking at the time either, bro. So I think my little, you know what I'm saying, dudes was smoking.
They were swimming.
So baby, didn't you say they told you that you couldn't have babies?
I was like, I feel like I was infertile, bro, because I smoked.
Infertile.
Because I smoked so much weed, bro. I always tell him that they told me I couldn't have.
I don't think weed does
But
that.
It does,
does,
bro. If you smoke a lot of weed, bro, it will like.
It does. It's a fact.
I know some dudes that
wouldn't
like.
have kids.
Everything lower your sperm count.
Like,
Yeah, a lot of things do.
does,
But meat plays a big part.
True, and it's cell phone.
Yeah.
Oh my
Just have it in your
Rhythm.
pocket.
Yeah, that's true. It's right by your genitals and stuff.
But the same way it go down, the same way it come up.
So that's our story. And when I found out I was pregnant, Tyler knew, just like the men always knew first. They always know first. I feel like
change happened. Like, nah, it ain't normal.
I think it's just because for me it was drastic. Like I said, I went to sleep flat chested, woke up with titties. Like, bitch, you know you pregnant, but I was in denial.
the only symptom I had is that, like, us looking back on it, we realized that I was sleeping a lot.
Well,
She was knocked
sleep.
out.
I was just asleep.
Knocked out.
Yeah, and I thought that it was because Tyler likes to play. I mean, not play, but he likes to play sports too. But he likes to watch sports, and I'm not a sports kind of girl. So when he was watching sports, I would just go to sleep. I thought that's what it was. I had no clue that I was sleeping more than normal. But one day he was like, "I think you pregnant." I was like, "No, not. Like, I am not pregnant. Ain't no way." And he kept going at it. So I did take a pregnancy test because I had gotten sick at a restaurant one time. Took a pregnancy test. It was negative, right? I'm like,
Yeah, you swore.
So-
you called me.
yeah, no, it was.
Swore you were pregnant.
I swore I wasn't pregnant. I'm calling you like, baby, it's negative. And Tyler literally was like, you should stop smoking and stop drinking because it could be too early, right? And I'm like, this nigga don't know nothing about my body.
He was on to something.
So it's like a couple weeks later. I'm not having. One of the big symptoms that I was having is that I was having cramping really bad. You remember when we would have sex or like just in the middle of night, I was just having like this weird cramp. And I think Tyler was like, "Oh, you're pregnant." And I'm like, "I'm dying. I'm going to the OBGYN because something's wrong with me." I made the OBGYN appointment, and he just, one day we were in the grocery store and was like, "Let's get this pregnancy test." Got it. We went home. He cooking chicken. I'm in the shower. I took it, got a shower. I'm kind of mad at him because I want him to stop saying I'm pregnant. So I stayed in the shower for a while just to get my mind right. I forgot I had took the pregnancy test.
Got out pregnant.
I got out pregnant. I got out the shower and screamed. Tyler came in the bathroom like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" He looking at the pregnancy test like, it ain't. That's not positive. That don't say positive. That say negative. And in my head, all I can think about is he can't even read. I'm finna have a baby by this man. He don't even know what the pregnancy test say. We was just both in denial.
No, y'all really was.
Joint. It wasn't
No.
like the pregnant.
Heaven called and Charlie was like, bro, that don't even say positive. I don't even think the law. I don't even think the law showed up right yet. And then she showed me. I said, no.
I knew as soon as I peeked at it. It's 2 lines. I'm pregnant. Tyler said no. He was so in denial. He went to the store and bought them $20 pregnancy tests that says pregnant or not pregnant, so he can know for sure. And when the pregnant one came up, I already know. I'm already in here crying and shit. He jumps in the shower. Woo! We having a baby. I prayed for this. You did, baby.
I wanted a kid. I was at a point in my life where I just wanted.
I don't know, bro. I knew I wanted a kid.
Yeah.
It was not me. For a while, during our relationship, while I was pregnant in the first trimester or 2, I was like, I think he doesn't really want me. He wants the baby. But that's just because we went through some shit because we were a new couple and we were pregnant and then we moved in together. We didn't really have time. Yeah, we can get into it because we didn't really have time like Yazzie and Trayvon did, or a lot of other couples, to get to know each other's kinks and curves and triggers and all of that shit prior to me being pregnant. Adding that onto it was just a whole nother layer.
Yeah. I think I had my own crib when we got together. She had her own crib. And we had to learn how to she was already at my house all the time, bro. Like she was never at home, bro. And I don't know, bro.
We just had to learn how to coexist.
Yeah, we started learning how to coexist. Like when we didn't know, like we was pregnant or she was pregnant, like okay, it's
Cool living together, but when you know that you got a baby on the way and this is what you need to get used to, like going forward, like living with each other, you kind of like look at it differently. And I think once that happened, we started kind of arguing a lot more and shit, cause we was just having to you know what I'm saying? Like it's really no way out. You can't just be like, yeah, like
gotta go through
like,
it.
Bro,
yeah.
I'm done, bro. Like you can't just do shit like that. And
we came a long way from that point because, like I said, it's almost 2 years in, and we just know each other now. Like I don't think we.
It's so much more knowing of each other that you guys will.
Yeah.
Like
so much.
It's don't even know each other right now. Keep figuring shit out. No, and I'm so serious. Keep figuring shit out. Keep that part of it open, especially navigating parenthood. Because we thought we had it figured the fuck out because we had some years under our belts, and man, was it hard.
I was gonna ask, how was y'all's first? So we're like a year and a half, probably a little bit more. In how was y'all relationship a year and a half? So how was it then?
I got pregnant at a year and a half.
Oh yeah, once we moved into that.
As soon as we moved in, it was it was the honeymoon. It was the honeymoon phase. It was.
Still, yeah, I think so.
It was like, oh my God, I still want to live in your skin and do this, do that. I don't think we got to the point where we kind of became individuals to a sense until now.
That's only because we ain't got our own space.
Yeah,
and in our own house.
And Marley's still in the same bed with us. So having a kid in the bed with you past 1 is a challenge in itself.
Yeah, that's a whole nother adult in the bed.
Exactly. So, but I don't think that any of that has changed the dynamic of our relationship, the core part of our relationship. I think we set a solid foundation of what we expected out of love in that year and some change. And from there, we were able to tweak things. Okay, we know that as parents, we want to do this way. It was hella conversations. Yeah. It really took hella uncomfortable conversations.
Yeah.
Hella uncomfortable conversations.
Smoking, the next thing you know, we in a full deep conversation about what we want out of life and what we trying to do going forward. All kind of. But yeah, just communication gonna get you there.
Yeah. I think that's what we're learning, right?
Yeah, I think once we learn how to master communication.
I'm still learning, so I ain't even saying
I'm
nothing. I'm still learning myself.
Yeah.
Once you master communication in any aspect of life, that's when you start to
grow.
But even in your relationship, bro, you just gotta know how to talk to each other, bro. You gotta know how you do want to be spoken to, how you don't want to be spoken to. And some people Heaven grew up where they talk to each other oh wow, but it's love though. You know what I'm saying? But
That's just not what he was used
I'm
to.
just not used to that shit, bro. Like,
Yeah.
if you talk to me like that, then I feel like you know what I'm saying? It's like hostility, and you know. So we just had. I don't even care about it. Like, it took me some time too. Like, I don't care. Like, now she can be all hostile. She can say it a certain way.
Yeah,
Like,
because he
I had to learn that.
understands. Yeah, he just
right.
understands more, and I understand. I think another thing that has helped us is that a lot of those character traits that I took from my family members and my family dynamic has definitely calmed down in our relationship because Tyler is not that person. I know that if I want something out of him, which is usually just to communicate with me effectively, if I'm communicating to him in a way that is not fond of him, I'm not gonna get shit out of him.
Yeah.
So
the average person, you
right?
Get shit out of the average person.
Right. And he's more like normal people, and I don't consider myself a normal communicator. So I always say that I am very thankful for Tyler for teaching me that life lesson. That communicating in a calm manner. I'm, high strung and I get passionate and I'm loud and things like that. People don't really take that well. And that's a lot of the reason why I didn't get shit out of life that I wanted to get from people or have the conversations that I wanted to have with people. So I always thank him for that because it's gotten better. It's gotten a lot better. I'm the loud talker and he the shit talker. So put that together. Baby.
It's problems.
Okay.
I don't think, and see over here, I think if he could have his way, there'd be no talking. But I am such a conversationalist. Like, baby, we gotta figure out this, and we gotta get a resolution. We need to figure out what it is. I need to know what triggered you. What in your childhood did this? And I realize that a lot of people aren't like that.
Ready.
A lot of people aren't ready for that.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't want to immediately deep dive into triggers and things because it's triggering.
Yeah. And then you don't realize that some of the things that you went through in your childhood or your adolescence or whatever is spilling into your adulthood until you actually, figure it out. So it's hard to have those conversations because you just are not ready or you just don't realize it yet. And we've recently finished couples therapy. Yep. I'm so proud of us.
I'm proud of you. That's a good thing.
Thank you.
It was like 8 weeks of it would keep coming up, and we would be groaning every time the shit came up. And we got therapy again. But once we get to talking, and we already know we want to do therapy before we get married, not once we get married and problems start coming in, and then you want to go to therapy. It's you know what I'm saying?
Which therapy throughout your marriage prior to whenever is perfect, but we already knew that we had issues that we wanted to hash out prior to us going to start a life
together. I think that's beautiful for you guys because of how soon life started.
Yes.
For y'all.
Yes. We needed it. We needed an outlet because we had so much going on at one time early in our relationship. And so we just now getting to the point where, 7's almost 1. We can start having mommy and daddy time again, and we're not just solely focused on him. And I really wanted us to take that time to do that for us, and it literally has been amazing. Shout out to Miss Mildred.
Yeah, Miss Mildred she was old as hell. She was old, but she was one of them one of them old school grandmas that that got the plastic on her couch.
Yep.
She was just like one of them.
The people that gonna treat your baby well.
Yes.
Yeah.
We knew we wanted a black therapist because somebody who could understand.
Yeah. And I think Miss Mildred was good for us too, but she did it before. I think she was already divorced. She had was with her husband. She knew what she had did wrong. She, you know what I'm saying?
She's remarried.
I think it's great when you get somebody who done had experiences and are able to tell you those experiences.
And not just an experience of just a great marriage or one that she's been in for 45 years. She actually, if some may say, failed at something, learned from it, and can teach other people from her experience. So it was good, and we, honestly, y'all, I would always encourage people to do weekly therapy because one of the reasons why we don't fight and argue no more is because instead of us talking and arguing about something, we were able to sit down every week, every Wednesday, and just kind of have that outlet to say it. Now we're communicating effectively about it. So then after therapy, the rest of the week, we good. We done let it all out. We done talked about it. We've, it made our communication skills way better. Like we have tough conversations today, and afterwards, I'm like, "Come here, baby, let me rub your feet."
And over here, we don't argue. Me and Trey don't argue.
Yeah, that's something
We don't.
said
We
before.
hardly disagree.
Yeah.
But
They're
that,
not the same person.
but that's a hard thing too, though. Because if I'm always thinking that you thinking like me, I expect you out of me.
Always.
Always.
Yeah.
And that has been something that I had to get over. Because he ain't me. And he don't want to talk like me. I want to talk to everybody. I ain't never met a damn stranger. Like, it's just, I have realized what I wanted and what I wanted to portray in my relationship is to literally move with love. So, like,
Yes.
I wake up and I choose to love you every single day. So even when we do have spats, when we do disagree, I don't remember a time where I'm just like talking at him, just cursing at him. Just that's just not how we communicate. And I don't ever see us communicate like that because we petty as fuck. That if we ever get there, y'all just know it's over. Okay?
Ain't no coming back.
There's
from
no
that?
coming back. No,
Oh,
there's no
Lord.
coming back from it. And I
Lord.
think knowing that about both of us is why we don't go there because we temperamental as hell.
Yeah.
So
And you know, y'all, I told y'all the two smallest, rowdiest motherfuckers I know. I done said this on this podcast before. So she got a point. They don't want to get into
we
it.
don't want to. We really don't. So we try not to get there. Now,
Don't nobody want to get into it with us.
oh my god.
Yeah.
And don't and don't nobody want to get into it with us either.
At all.
He's not like
I'm scared of them for real. My man big and I'm still scared of them. He tall, but y'all short. Y'all, I tell people all the time.
That shit ain't got
The
big.
short people complex, I got it. I'm short too. Like, we don't want to fuck with people that it's a lot of stuff in these small packages.
It really is. And the quiet ones, because that
Yeah, it'd be the
I-
quiet one.
You the quiet one.
Ain't
yeah,
no
you-
much to say, bro. Yeah,
Too much to talk
exactly.
Both of y'all.
Yeah.
We literally, like Yazzie said in a previous podcast, we found people that will people with us.
yeah.
Like,
And that was I didn't think I thanked Tyler that day that I cried too on the podcast. Because I didn't think that this would be a thing. I just knew for a fact that I was gonna hate whoever you dated. Because Heaven just
I didn't
did
think-
not
I didn't think you would ever have a boyfriend. So yeah.
right, because I didn't like what the hell are we doing here?
Yeah.
But Heaven just was just not bringing me the best choices. She was not bringing me the best choices back. And I'm so glad that it landed on you and it stops there because goddamn.
Yazzie is a tough cookie though.
I am.
With friends of mine, with significant others of mine. I am an open person, and Yazzie is more like a no bullshit ass type of person. So, but you know what? We're grateful for where we are, cause we kick it. We kick it for real. Like Trayvon put my kid to sleep the other day.
Yeah, facts, bro. That's like, ooh,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Like you just like you got that touch once you have a kid. You
Mhm.
touch.
Just learn how to
Kids
Like,
love
yeah.
him though. Like kids.
It's the
energy,
calm.
bro.
It's the calm
It's the
energy.
bro.
Yeah.
The 7, like he don't mess with a lot of dudes that come in here, bro. Any man that comes in here, he does not mess with, bro. And he ain't never.
Like my homeboy Ricky.
He live right around the corner, bro. He come over here like probably twice a week, bro. 7 still ain't like.
7 be like,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like Ricky
They
is
ain't
like
no kin to me.
he a New York dude, bro. He all like high energy and shit like that. And I don't know if 7 like that. I don't know what it is, bro. But yeah, bro.
7 be chilling.
I was like, damn, he sleep. He like, yeah, bro. He came here and brought him to me.
you just had my baby knocked out. And speaking of kids, y'all, we wanna, this is our Father's Day episode. This is More Than a Father, and obviously you guys are more than a father. But what is it to y'all to be a father? Tell us about the experience of just kind of parenting, and if you enjoy it. I'm sure you guys.
Let's hear from you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna consider you the what's the word? The senior, the veteran.
The
You
vet.
got the older kids.
Right.
So let's
Yeah, you the vet. You the vet.
You pop for a while.
Well, I definitely enjoy it for sure because we got a very, very smart kid. She every day I feel like every day I feel like she learns something new, which is good and bad because she definitely thinks she can outsmart you, even though she only 1.5 or 19. She's past 1.5.
Yeah, she about to
19
be
months.
too soon.
Oh yeah. But yeah, she definitely it's definitely a challenge with a dad's kid. She definitely be trying to work your nerves, do exactly what she knows she ain't supposed to do. But outside of that, she very playful. Always want to dance. As long as she got some entertainment, she alright. She love to dance, love to listen to music, love to just play. And then when she get around other kids, well, depending on the kid,
Yeah.
she get
Depending on the kid.
real excited.
Yeah.
So
She talked to Seven. She was like
Like he a baby.
She talks to him with her baby voice, and I think that's so cute. My little baby, little baby.
So, okay, that's who Marley is. So, do you feel like throughout this journey so far, where have you seen growth, and where do you feel like you can still grow?
patience.
I can still grow with patience.
Yeah.
Definitely become way more patient. 'Cause
She definitely can get on your nerves.
Okay.
Yeah.
We gonna emphasize on it because
She's a toddler.
we just
so-
talked about, but parenting advanced children, no one prepares. Like, I don't think there should be something for that. No one prepares you.
Cause she just do too
For
much
that.
at her age. She
Like,
doing stuff 2.5 and 3
3-year-olds supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She ain't even tall enough to be doing stuff she be doing.
She's so short. I love it.
She really is. We didn't bless her with height.
Sevens is a year younger than her, and they're the same height almost.
Basically.
Well, yeah, she's definitely height challenged. She definitely not gonna be tall at all.
At all.
At all.
Yeah.
That's her parents' fault.
Yeah,
Can't do too
personality
much
make
about
up
that.
for it.
Yeah.
She definitely gonna have a whole lot of personality. Hopefully she make this she make herself rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But y'all too though.
Yeah.
She can. I can just stay in there. She can just put me up in the room, baby. She ain't got to pay for shit else. She put me in the room, baby. I'm good. I'm good.
So,
If we did have 5 kids though, like one of them gonna get us out. You know what I'm saying? One of them gonna put us up.
But what if you
I
just
think
have
that-
5 kids and just say fuck it? That can happen too. But not about that.
Damn, you can't look. You can have 5 kids that need you, or you can have 5 kids that you know what I'm saying. That just put you up, bro.
Yeah,
Cause
you
you
right.
have all 5 kids calling you for gas money. And
That's a
that
lot of
shit
kids.
right there, it's like, you just daddy for life. But honestly, you still be daddy for life, bro. You'll be parents for life, man. No matter like the success or anything like
Yeah.
that. Especially if you like, if you want like them to just be successful, bro. Like all of that money shit, like it'll come. But as long as you just want like the best for them, bro,
Mhm.
and you like, nobody should ever move as if like, oh, I'm waiting on my kid to blow.
Yeah.
Like, no,
Yeah.
bro. Like,
You
get it for
get
yourself.
nowhere.
You feel me? Like,
Yeah,
bro,
we supposed to be getting out the mud for our
yeah,
kids.
bro.
That's
I'm
the
not
putting your
waiting
son right into sports, hoping that he dang
yeah,
blow
like,
up for you. Like,
Yeah.
it's like that's like an 18-year investment.
Well,
bro.
Yeah.
they might
Like,
get rich and then
they
they
might
don't want
not.
to give you nothing.
Right.
Yeah, bro.
They mad at you
You've
for
been
pushing
sitting
them.
around all this time.
Yeah, they got other interests that
Right.
you
Yeah.
took away because you wanted it. Like, I want, like, I have dreams for my kid, but my kid has dreams for himself,
Mhm.
and I want him to follow those dreams. Like, I'm gonna always have my suggestions. Like, I'm gonna always be able to give him game and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, that's my man like to live. So
Exactly. Make their own
And that's
decisions.
different. Like,
yeah.
now I ask y'all, let her ask you the same questions, but like, was it scary when y'all found out y'all was having a boy? Like, did y'all fear anything? Like, just
Yeah, you did.
worldly?
Yeah, me and my homeboy Lando was like,
Well, that's why I didn't want one. 'Cause it's too much pressure.
yeah, the
wanted
biggest
a girl.
question was, when do they stop being cute and when do they start looking
Becoming
like
a threat.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
And I see somebody say 12. Like,
A white
I
woman
think somebody
literally
said
said
that,
12.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's whenever, I don't know, man. That's the biggest question I had
I
having a
said,
boy.
I just seen them do stuff with kids all ages. So.
Exactly,
Yeah.
bro.
So it's
Like,
hard
in
to
great
tell.
upbringings and then, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, not so great upbringings. Like, any black boy can be harmed by anything in this world.
Mhm.
And it just comes down to putting your trust in God and then being a parent.
Parent, bro. You
Yeah.
have to raise
Yeah.
them.
You have to raise them the best of your abilities, bro. Anything that happen, all you can do is like say, look, I did.
Exactly what I
Mhm.
could.
Like, me and God, that's like He carried us to where we are, and if you can be there with
That, then, you know what I'm saying? It'll be, but just raise them right, bro.
Cause 7 ain't. Come on, man. I think we the parents that ain't finna play, bro. Like,
Yeah, like we getting
yeah,
back
like,
into that.
yeah, we getting back into that, bro. Like how our parents like raised us. Like 7 ain't, nah, bro.
And it ain't like, I think the difference, and this is a question I wanted to ask you guys too, but I think the difference between maybe how we all were raised, which is probably a lot different between the 4 of us, but the difference is we want to work on our patience. We
Mhm.
want to understand where our children are coming from. We want our children to follow their passions, like all of the things that we're just talking about. But that don't mean that we're gonna let them destroy their future or anything like that. I think we're gonna be a little bit harder on our children because we know how hard as black people
Yeah.
we have to work to be successful and have a good life.
And it's a different time.
It's
It's a different
yep.
time.
It's a race war. Like we're in a whole, you know, since 2019 ish on to now, like having a black son is different. Like it's different, and I wanted a son, but I think I don't when we were pregnant is when we were like, damn, this may be a little harder than we anticipated because of just the world that we live in, and it ain't never been easy, but it just keeps changing. But I wanted to ask y'all, both of y'all, as fathers, what is it going to be for y'all to raise your children versus how you guys were raised? Is it going to be different? Are y'all going to take some of the things that your parents, you know, did for y'all and instill in y'all's children, or what do y'all want to change?
Yeah, I'll go first. I think so. I didn't grow up with like a man in the house, like you know what I'm saying. So you kind of I grew up. So I think not growing up with like a father in the house is like I don't know, bro. Cause some people like I grew up with all women in the house. Some people like you know. Some people have like stigmas of like boys growing up in households with all girls and stuff like that. But I think my sister just made me like tougher and like shit like that, and just knowing how to treat a woman. That's like the biggest thing. But I think versus how I'm going like I was raised like around like I had Wade like Mr. Wade Williams like in Gaston. A lot of people know him, but I had him like as a mentor. And I also knew, bro, like my mama didn't play that. Like my grandparents set a good example for me, like of how, like you know what I'm saying. Like my granddad treated us, and he treated his kids. So I think I'm just gonna still like respect manners, um, how to speak to people, like you know what I'm saying, like how to carry yourself for seven. Like it's gonna be the same exact way I was like, raised. I'm not gonna like, would I change something? Like yeah, like within the household, I would like. I didn't really grow up in a household of love. I grew up in a household of like survival type shit. So I always want to let him know that I love him, bro. Like never be a doubt about it. I'm gonna tell him every day. We're gonna tell each other that every day, and it's just gonna be shown a whole lot more than I feel like I was shown. Like, cause like when you got three kids and you only one person, you gotta like fraction that love up, how you show it and stuff like that. So I'm always gonna show like every one of my kids that you know like the love is like mutual and seven ain't gonna grow up no different than I grew up, but he gonna grow up with a man in the house. Like all the same values.
Yeah, I will say that one of the things that attracted me to you the most is that you really know how to treat a woman. You really value a woman's presence. You really are a gentleman. Like I don't open doors, like little things. I don't take out the trash or the small things, but even bigger than that, like he allows me to be heard. He is supportive and he just lets me, you know, that new shit they talking about, soft girl era. I don't have to be in the soft girl era because that is the lifestyle that I always knew I wanted, and that's why this is my forever man. Like he knows how to treat a woman, so I think that's a benefit of being raised with women and by women. Yeah,
same.
And I also know that you will, like you say that I will, like you speak in future terms, but you already do. You already uh, make sure that Seven knows that you love him. You are a very loving father. He knows that you love him so much, and I think me seeing that, I'm gonna cry.
I felt it coming for you. That's all I started swaying, bitch.
I think just knowing that my son has a dad, Lord, that is going to teach him how to one, be a man, treat women, and then two, has a dad that loves him unconditionally. Like you're not afraid to show your emotions. You're not afraid. Like, men don't like to kiss their kids no more. Like, men don't want to cuddle their kids no more.
What?
That's dead. Okay? Like, tolerant loves on us every day, 24/7, down. Okay? And I'm very appreciative of that. Sorry.
As it should be.
That's how it should be.
As
Like,
it should
Can
be.
I ask Trayvon, like, it's the aspect of, like, you had a little girl, bro, and, like, we all know, like, daddy's girl, like, you know what I'm saying, how that can be a term and stuff like that, like.
I think it's just like different, bro. Like, so how does it feel?
Feel like raising a, like, little girl, and, like, do you think you would raise her, like, you think you'll raise her, like, a little bit more strict, like, than raising a boy, because, you know, you can, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I don't know, like.
That part I'm still trying to figure out, because this is a different world, man, and it's changing every day. Women losing rights, and it's, I don't know. So I've been debating myself every day, like, I don't want to be too strict, because then she's still gonna do whatever I don't want her to do, because
Right.
I'm trying to hold her back. But at the same time, I don't want to be too free and feel like just anything is okay.
yeah.
But you know, I'm a.
We
Figure it
haven't.
out.
We haven't. I think we talk about this often. Like, I don't know. I say that she can be just like me, but wonder if she just don't have that, certain aspects of who I am. Like that strong will, the fighting, you know what I mean? Like, that just may not be her. So she can't be just like me and not have those parts of her, because then she'll get ran all over. Like, we talk about this all the time. It's so, I don't know. We don't know. Like,
The first time parents.
even crop tops, like wearing like seeing kids and babies in crop tops. I bought Burlington clothes offline, and some of the stuff came back, and I was like, well, we already know you can't wear this, because your daddy ain't gonna let you wear this, because it's a crop top. Like, we just
And
know.
you won.
And you won, right? Like, so we just can't wear that. Like, certain things in certain ways that we see people already raising their children. Like, I know that we want her to still be in berets and, like,
And be a kid.
yeah, and do kid things before,
We've
like,
lost that.
before you get a sew-in and
Yes.
and 12-inch nails. And,
Yes.
What do y'all think the gap is, like, so do y'all think it was just, like, kids having kids, that's why, like, this, like, kind of generation of kids are just, like, more
No,
I don't think it's that.
Or is it, I mean, because we're getting back into, like, right now it's, like, don't whoop your kids, be like,
Yeah.
the soft parenting type of deal, like,
Just access to the
Yeah.
internet.
get access to the internet, they get tablets when they two nowadays, bro, like.
I don't know. I
I think.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think is we are living in a digital social media world. I don't think it's children raising children. That's been happening for a very, 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 very
I mean,
long
like,
time.
our grannies probably
Was young as
probably
shit.
had kids like 14, 15.
Yes,
Like,
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, like it was normal
It was
for
expected.
It was
it
expected.
was expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think it's that. I think as time goes on, people get wiser, but they get less mature.
I think.
Right, and so I think if especially if we're living in a social media digital kind of world, people are trying to live up to expectations and have their child be this it girl, like they're not
Yeah.
a child. You know what I mean? Or have their son have. And look, I'm not
It's
judging
being
anybody,
friends.
but
It's
yeah,
it's the like, I say all the time that my mom and dad were so ahead of time, because there was a fine line. There was a balance. Like, we all know that my mom is my best friend, but there's still certain shit and things I just don't do around her, say around her. Like,
or as a child, you just didn't do it
you just
all.
didn't do it all, right? Like, I think we see now more of parents literally being best friends with their children and less like parenting. I think that's where the lines have been blurred, because if you already had the kid young, they're growing up with you.
Mm-hmm.
By that time, we are really just friends. By the
Yeah.
time you try to be some type of authority,
And stuff while they growing up.
we are just friends. Like, I think that's where it is weird now, because I think about some of the people that we went to high school with and their relationships with their parents, and I'm like, okay, like, I'm not going to the club with my mom. Period. We're not.
I might go to the club with my mom.
I'm not going to the club with my
My
mom.
mama is my best friend.
I'm not going to the club with my mom, and my mom is my best friend.
But you know what? I don't think my mama will go to the club with me.
We can go to poetry. We can go to some lounges, but the club,
Yeah, my mama won't go to the club with me.
we're not doing it.
But
I know you would invite her.
you know that I like hanging out with my parents more than I like hanging out with a lot of people. But yeah, I think we come from a generation where it was like our parents we're all really close to our parents or whatever, but it was not really a blurred line. Like we are cool, yes, but I'm your mama, and that's what it is. So that's probably what it is. But I want to bring it back to Trayvon because I don't think you got a chance to answer what will be different. Like how, just like how you asked, are you going to be raising your daughter differently than you would raise your son? You have a twin sister, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how were y'all raised? How is it going to be different?
We were raised, I want to say, not really sheltered, but kind of in a way. Like we couldn't do a lot of stuff. We couldn't stay at people's house. Like I didn't really sleep over at nobody's house until like.
Actually, it was family
Too. It wasn't even like a friend. It was just family. And it was like my aunts and stuff. Till we moved here, really. So that was like 7th, 8th grade. So by that time.
Yeah.
And then
But also, I think he should tell y'all that he's from California, so he didn't grow up where we grew up. So it's a different
environment.
It's a different world. Yeah.
But yeah, so we couldn't do as much. Like as y'all could ride around bikes and do all that type of stuff. I mean, we could ride our bikes and stuff, but there's certain areas you just can't go in. Cause
that's true.
Gang activity out there. We grew up right down the street from the shotgun Crips, so you don't want to be. Yeah, you don't want to end up on the wrong street. So my parents always wanted us to stay within a certain distance. Of course we didn't, cause we kids.
Right.
But they always wanted
You
to
got
stay
this
within a
story.
certain distance of the house and not go down the alley and not do this and not do that. I think my mom was more. She let us do more things than my dad, but. He was more of a, cause he used to be in the military, so he was one of them. He was one of them. He was more of a, he still is actually. He like his structure. He likes stuff to be a certain way.
Yeah.
So he a little different. My mom let us do more to have a little more freedom. So what I'm gonna do is different. Is I'm gonna let her actually make more mistakes before I.
Good answer.
Yeah, let her
Whoa,
actually
I love that.
get through stuff before I try to coach her or try to tell her what she should
Overstep.
do. Yeah,
I like that.
Go through some stuff first. Like don't try to hold them back from learning stuff. 'Cause I feel like I end up becoming more having more of a social anxiety growing up because my parents will let me do as much, and then we moved so many times. I went to like 7, 8 different schools before I graduated. I've been to so many different schools. I went to like 3, 4 schools out here and like 4 schools when I was in California. So I never got to really make no friends and hold on to friends for real. So every time I got close to somebody, we was moving again. Now I gotta make some new friends. And I get close to them, now we moving again. So now I gotta try again. So I want her to have more structure and being able to make friends and grow up with maybe grow up with them neighbors at least that she cool with something. Cause I got friends in California, but like it's a little different.
Yeah.
We ain't grow up together for real because we moved so many times. So I want her to actually have more stability. Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually be able to feel like she can express herself a little more than I can.
Bro, you wanna know what I find crazy about Cali? Yeah, you got you one.
But babe, you
check you real quick.
You grew up in Florida, and I think you can probably speak to not having such a stable kind of childhood in that area and going to different schools. So how do you feel about that when we're raising 7?
Yeah, I grew up in like West Palm Beach, Florida. And I moved to Gastonia when I was like 11. So like as childhood, like I think 1 to 7 is the most vital years. When you're like you when you're raising a child.
Yeah.
And all of that grew up in like Florida. And y'all know Florida people. Florida is just like a state. Yeah, Florida is just like Florida, bro. And I got to see. Now that I look back on it, like it was normalized. But that shit ain't normal, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I got to see everything as it was in Florida and understand why we moved to North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? So, like Trayvon said, bro, like I went to like 10 different schools, bro. Florida and North Carolina.
What?
And like it's crazy, bro. Like I even failed the 3rd grade. I'm comfortable saying that shit now, but like you keep moving school to school to school
It's
every year,
hard.
bro.
Yeah, that's how I
You
did in
trying to
9th
like
grade.
fit in, like especially when you're young, bro. You want to fit in. You got different friends and shit like that, and it was like
You
that
trying to
shit.
learn yourself on top of that.
Yeah.
Trying to learn who you are,
but now
bro.
you meeting all
Like,
these new people.
like you moving me from the hood to with our aunt into like the nice houses and shit. Like you want me to be able to like I can't code
culture
switch.
shock.
It's a culture shock.
bro.
Yeah.
I can't code switch when I'm like 7, 8
It
years
is
old. Bro. That's
impossible.
not how that shit works.
You just
Who
are
are
who
you
you
with
are,
that
trying to
book
figure it out.
Yeah, so when I moved up here, bro, it was definitely a lot more stable. It was a lot more slow. Like I think
Quiet.
a lot more quiet. Gastonia, like moving from like West Palm Beach to Gastonia is like
Yeah, 'cause we
That's
moved to
like-
Gibson.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's it.
That's the country.
Yeah, bro,
That's
from
that's
Cali
my
to Gibson is
grandparents.
crazy.
Oh wow.
Well, from LA to Gibson.
Shit, I want to move to Gibson. I was
No, you don't.
nah. Sometimes
like
I want to.
You
10
just
buses
told me they
out
don't even
there.
got a high school down there no more.
Oh
They don't
wow.
They
have
don't got no
middle
school
a
at all.
hospital, nothing.
So don't nobody go to school, or they gotta go to the school
They gotta go to the
in the next town.
Mhm.
Wow, I just say
Lombard.
that's what they gotta get some education now. But one of the last things I wanted to talk to y'all about is because Yazzie and I have been talking a lot about postpartum during our episodes. We've been talking about how, you know, we're really happy that we're close in proximity now because we are both still experiencing postpartum. If you don't know, postpartum can last up to 3 to 7 years after you have your child.
We'll keep emphasizing that.
Yes,
so.
and I think that's
feel like
important.
It's longer than that, for real. Because
I-
you still have effects later
And
in life.
then people get pregnant within those,
Mhm.
so it just
It's
continues.
Mhm.
So I think that's important for women and for men to know, right? And now that we have y'all here with us, what was y'all experience, or what is y'all's experience with us being in postpartum? Like, when, I guess we could say when
And
we
we had
had
2
mom-
different deliveries, so that's
Yes. So I had a C-section.
And that baby came right out this hoo-ha.
Yeah, and so we had we had different experiences. I decided, and she told me not to do this, but I decided to get induced on my actual due date. And she actually went 2 weeks past her due date. So we had completely different experiences. And we had 2 different personalities beside us. So what happened? What do you think, Trayvon? What was your perception of Yazzie's postpartum? Directly
and I'll
after-
tell you how you did.
Yes, directly after she
great.
came out and all of that.
I felt like it was. Well, I didn't know what to expect. Honestly, obviously, because I ain't never had a baby, so I didn't know what to really expect. They tell you stuff, but they don't really tell you the stuff you really should know. They tell you like the basic stuff. They don't really tell you how hard it is to walk afterwards.
Oh
How
my
you gonna have to
God.
help them with this? How they can't do this and they can't do that. They gotta change this and change this pad and clean this. Like they don't
Not
tell
for
you
real.
like the little stuff that come with
The big
postpartum.
stuff.
Well, yeah, the big stuff.
On top
honestly.
of taking care of the baby.
On top of you
Yes.
still taking care of the baby. I felt like it was. Well, I'm a natural. Like I just like to help people naturally, so it wasn't like nothing I had to really think about. But as far as that beginning stage with the baby, when they just waking up every 10 minutes, that was different. That was something getting used to. Cause I value my sleep. I'm very cranky person when I'm tired. So yeah, it was.
I'm glad you
it
said
took
it out
some-
loud.
well, it took
Because
some
goddamn.
It definitely took some adjusting.
Yeah.
Getting used to being up and doing this, and now I gotta go get the bottle and get out the bed. But I mean, once you get past that phase, it's been.
How was Yazzie's personality? Did she change?
Nah.
No.
Oh, during pregnancy, that ending.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Ooh,
afterwards,
okay.
nah, it was the same.
It was funny. I think about this all the time because, like, and I don't know if you were this way, but like, I wanted to be touched, but don't fucking touch me. Help me, but don't.
I got to a point where if you don't touch me, we finna break up. And then at the end, I was like, don't fucking
Well,
nobody.
that's
I didn't even want to
exactly
get in the
what it was.
shower. I didn't want nothing touching me. Like,
No, I swore about the shower, but that was it. Like,
I didn't know.
Everything else?
I went on strike one time. I'm telling y'all, and I'm a clean person. I wash my
she
ass.
washed her ass.
I
can attest
wash
to it.
my ass. I told Tyler, I said, I'm not taking a shower. I'm I'm too fucking fat to get in the shower.
Bro.
And Tom was like, you don't get your ass in the shower.
Okay, you saying this. Now, my big ass, no, I was big as fuck. And I stayed in the shower trying to do this shit by myself, failed.
What?
I fell, but I wasn't, it was like 5-6 months in.
No.
I slipped.
I was
He was big. Paris was lovely. Paris
literally came in. Shout out to my brother. He literally came in there and
Fact.
scooped me up.
Girl, not you fell.
I was drowning too. No, I fell literally right under the faucet and I was just so big. I could not get up. I was like,
Bro, first of all, people don't talk about this. When you get so fucking big in pregnancy,
you really
can't get up. You can't get
You
up.
gotta roll
Man,
out
you
of
remember
bed.
how I used to have to roll out of the
You
bed?
gotta roll out the
And
bed.
then you have to pee so many times
Throughout the
that
night,
you have to
bro.
continuously
Continue to
roll. I slept in the bathroom one night. Because I'm tired of fucking getting up to pee.
Might as well do that, because goddamn. But okay, sorry y'all.
Yeah, sorry, that was a little tangent. Pregnancy is hard.
He says all of this and he says how like it was hard for him to wake up and all. It did not seem like it was hard for him to wake up. It did not seem like it was hard for him to do anything. He just did the shit. I never got up. I'm gonna say this again. I never.
That's the difference between me and Yasmin. She don't cook. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's irrelevant.
Listen, no. Let's back to that. I will cook and I can cook. I just chose not to after I carried the baby for 9 fucking months. Okay? That's really it. Because prior to that, when I met him, he was a TV dinner ass nigga.
Well, I couldn't even
Oh,
cook.
God.
Now,
He couldn't even cook.
I
I built him.
Damn, I didn't know that. Because you cook your ass
He
off.
cooked his ass off.
I thought you could do that before meeting her.
No.
No? Oh.
I used to eat red berries.
Red berries.
What?
Pizza
I had
every night, bro.
I mean,
tacos,
Cordova, Waffle House. I'm like, my nigga, where? You don't even want spaghetti? You can't eat fucking
Amen.
What's
spaghetti?
wrong with the spaghetti?
The only thing I
That's
made
what
was a
I'm
peanut butter and jelly. That was the only thing that wouldn't bought.
Literally.
Everything else out the freezer.
Oatmeal.
Yeah.
That's
Out
the
the
list.
freezer.
That's how me and Evan bonded, bro. I asked her to make me some chicken and like macaroni. one day.
Literally, it was like after our first
Literally,
date.
bro. And
he
she was
called
like,
me.
yeah, come on, man. It's Sunday, it was football season and shit.
Well,
I'm like, yeah,
she
bro.
make it and it's good.
Yeah,
Like,
and it was
hold on.
banging, bro. I'm like, yeah, hell
Baby, my friend, she can cook.
Yeah.
yeah.
So, but
Sure.
Yazzie, you
She
didn't get
got
your
it
ass
big,
up.
too,
No, I
bro.
didn't get up.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yazzie didn't get her ass up.
I didn't get.
I don't get
Listen,
it, bro.
but I didn't.
That's
Yeah.
Tyler,
get up,
Tyler,
bro.
no.
You be
I
chilling,
get up.
bro.
It's different.
it's wrong. He should get up.
I had 12 stitches in my vagina.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Split all the way down.
So I wasn't getting up. I mean, it's not because I couldn't, but it's really because it was gonna take me 30 fucking minutes to get
Yazzie,
From
12
here
stitches.
to there. So like he talks about how it was hard for him. It didn't seem hard. It didn't seem like he ever
Resilient.
even missed a step. If she was crying, he's running. And he's going to get that bottle. He's come back. Now, there was times where he was falling the fuck asleep. I'm like, hey, bro,
That's one thing I did.
you got to get up.
Bottle in their mouth.
Look, bottle in her mouth. Baby right here, bottle in her mouth. They both
Sleep,
knocked out. Everybody
yeah.
knocked out. I'm like,
Yeah.
we can't do that. But
Yeah.
other than that, like, I couldn't have asked for a better partner to make a child with.
When you tell me y'all's experience, I love that for y'all.
I couldn't have. I mean, from the time we went to the hospital till now, I really can't.
Yeah.
I see people be single mothers with children and the man's in the home, and I just don't.
Like they're together, but they still a single mother.
I literally can't even fathom the thought.
Yeah.
Like he like we said on the last podcast, the men can be primary parents. I know, and I tell him this. If I was to die, and hopefully I don't, but if I was to die, I know
God forbid.
that Marley is still going to be raised perfectly
The
fine.
way that you would.
And
Yeah.
that is enough for me. Like that is enough for me. He ain't miss a beat. Postpartum was the best part of like as far as us growing together. Like that is what brought us
You
closer.
said I don't get up. You don't currently get up, but in the beginning,
Yeah, that's
for us, it was one of those we gonna take shifts type of shit. Because I breastfed, and when I wasn't pumping in the very beginning, so I was the only source of milk for the baby.
That's where you were wrong.
I know, but I started pumping.
Then you're right in the
I started
refrigerator.
pumping 2 weeks in though. Yeah, I started pumping 2 weeks in because I learned my lesson.
Yeah. Get that baby.
And Tyler was very hands-on and active with the so I would do the nights, and at about 4 o'clock in the morning, that's all you. So I didn't go to sleep, and we would do that for a while, and that worked. Now, I don't know why he don't wake up no more, because 7 does not sleep through the night. I don't know why he doesn't. He don't really got a good reason.
Yes, I do.
What's your good reason, baby?
Man, my good reason is 7 don't fuck with me in the middle.
Oh, you know what? That's a good point.
We went through the same thing.
7 don't, like,
It's a good
kinda
point.
like,
And now I'm the only person that can put Marley to sleep.
Yep.
And I think that's the girl boy thing. The girls love their dads, but my son, he don't be wanting to fuck with
like, he
Tyler.
gravitates towards heaven in his sleep. Like, I be trying to, like, grab him.
Well, actually, she's still the same way.
It's because they can still smell milk.
Yeah.
And one day he's just gonna say, "Fuck you."
Well,
I'm gonna write to his daddy.
Well, I'm gonna stop breastfeeding at 1, and he'll be 1 in 2 months. So, preferably.
And if you go longer, be okay with that.
No. I think he'll be fine. 7 is very adaptable. I will say this about my son: he has a good schedule, but he's very adaptable, which means, like, I feel like once the boobs are off limits, he will do strictly bottle. Like, he will be fine. I think
He really be chilling.
Yeah, y'all, we are
really
blessed with a good baby.
That's why I was able to put him to sleep. He really was.
He's a good
hard.
baby.
I was like,
yeah, but what do you think about my postpartum experience? Because obviously we went through it when I was pregnant. What happened after?
I think the love was just like us having a baby, bro. Like, that love, like, that brought us together, like, even more. Like
Heavens, bro.
postpartum is like a breeze, bro.
Like, I hear about it a lot. I see, like, women go through it and stuff like that. I thought it was gonna be like the end of the pregnancy and just like throughout pregnancy, those emotions, kind of like, that's what like shocked me. That was a hard part to get through, but the postpartum, bro, like, Evan loves 7 and me like so much, bro. Like, it's hard for her to be like angry sad or like going through, like, Heaven might goddamn Heaven gonna drink her wine and she gonna hit her black and mild, bro. And if that's what it takes, bro, for you to like you know what I'm saying? Like,
Shit, that's why I was so angry during my pregnancy. I couldn't drink or smoke.
Yeah,
like,
facts,
what?
I can only imagine how you.
Baby!
She went cold turkey too, bro.
I went the night I found out. I stopped.
Over with.
She
Bro.
did the same thing.
Cause when you care,
For
you just
9
care.
months.
I don't know how motherfuckers be smoking and drinking while they pregnant.
Now, I really like to think that I'd be the woman to do it. Like, I was like, bro, I swear I hit, but
You hit the blunt and all of that.
Even once I had Marley, I was like, bro, I can feel my spine. I can't take care of my baby like this. I gotta wait. Like,
No. And I still don't smoke because I feel like I still don't smoke. I feel like being high is going to enable me from taking care of my child for some reason. I can drink all day and I feel good, and I'm even a happier mom when I have some wine. But it's something, I think it's just different personalities.
I'm the happier mom with the weed.
Right, it's just different. It's
I thought I was gonna have a daughter smoke with after she had the baby. She just completely stopped smoking weed, bro.
You
I'm
can just
like,
call us.
like,
We'll
bro,
call.
yeah,
For
for
sure.
sure. Like,
Now you got some friends, man.
Like, and Heaven funny when she hot too. Bro.
Yeah,
I'm
Like, she
cool,
goofy
calm.
as hell, bro. And it's just like, bro, we had a half of weed on the way when we took the pregnancy
Literally
test,
a
bro.
half of weed. We
Bro,
was gonna
call-
be high.
Bro, call my nigga like, bro,
Don't even call.
Ain't even no point. 'Cause I stopped when she
He
stopped.
stopped.
Only because I didn't want to make her feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, how sweet, because he didn't give a fuck.
But-
He said, I'm going to be the lip
I
balm.
stopped for a
to
little
the
bit.
Nah, but he stopped for a little bit.
Close to the window.
He stopped drinking beer and everything, y'all. You know, my man he worked at a brewery.
Hey, nah, that's real.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
He stopped for a minute,
Ain't
and
even
then when
think
I
about
got
it.
strong,
It's not like
when I got strong, and I was like, baby, go get you some weed, go get you a beer. I'm good now. Like, I'm good now is when he could. But I think postpartum for us was the best part of, like y'all said, I think pregnancy for us was rough.
Yeah,
The emotions of me being pregnant was, I felt like I was losing my mind. I really did at points feel like I was not myself. I was angry.
I lost my mind.
sad.
I lost my mind the
Yeah.
first 9 months.
Yeah.
Hormones all messed up.
But postpartum, I feel like we were like, damn, we created a life together, a whole baby, a whole life.
Y'all said from 3 to like, just like from the beginning to 7 years.
It's like 3 to 7 years it can last type shit.
You're
So-
only 9 months
Exactly.
in, bro.
10.
10 months in a couple of days, bro.
And And that's
bro.
why I
That's
brought
how
the
it
last
is,
time
bro.
because
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Heaven has done it so much more gracefully, I feel like, than
I'm blessed.
than the average woman.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
blessed.
absolutely,
Cause
bro.
baby-
C-section,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because when
But,
you
but when I think about the journey, she's fucking great.
no, but some people have people. Some
She had
people,
C-section too.
some people would rather have a C-section because you know how you mentioned people didn't tell you how that you were gonna have to help her walk and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
She had a vaginal birth, 12 stitches, baby.
Ripped it all the way down. It was the craziest.
And the thing about it is, you know,
This close from the
you
ass.
told me you got ripped, right? So you know what I was doing to prepare? I had Tyler helping me and everything. We got some grapeseed oil. My doctor told me to do this. Ladies,
The massages.
ladies,
Mhm.
I think it's called a pineal,
A pineal.
massage.
Mhm.
And you get that little piece right where your vagina is.
And just
And
in
you're
case.
rubbing it. That's gonna make you a little lubricated.
That's not a problem. I can do that.
I can do that.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't even want to do
The
that.
first
shit,
time he
bro.
was like, and I got so mad. I'm like, bro, it's my vagina. You don't
I'm
want to touch
down
my
there. I'm
vagina.
like, bro, it's nothing even sexual. This is just
Boy,
like,
just
and I'm
help you out.
rubbing. I'm down that bitch getting hot, ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, God, this shit just for seven's sake. But I think like
I did all of
man,
that and didn't
she
even
did it.
have
Yeah,
him
didn't
come
even
at
have a
me.
vaginal
So
birth.
That's because
C-section
you
part,
didn't
bro.
listen.
I know it's my fault.
And the
I will
thing-
not do that again.
Bro, the C-section birth, bro, I literally seen like when they walked me in, bro, like they had heaven wide the fuck open, like they had her cut, like you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, I would literally.
and I looked, bro, and I just kept walking past. I'm like, man, that shit was a lot, bro. Like that shit was like a TV, like
Bro,
type
that's
of
right.
deal.
I
bro.
felt like I was on Doctors or what's the ER show?
Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's
Grey's
Anatomy.
Anatomy
I went
type
in,
shit.
it was the brightly lit room.
It's the biggest room I ever seen. I
Swear.
didn't even know, like, you ain't even know when the shit ended.
I
bro.
swear.
The shit
No,
was just
I
like.
know how the birthday rooms look because
Like-
I
No,
worked in
the
hospital.
C-section
So I know.
birth,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah,
you
bro,
know
it's-
how that
yeah.
is.
It's the whitest paint I ever seen, bro.
I swear.
Yeah.
The lights were
It's
so
because
bright.
literally it has to be sterilized
Every
30 minutes.
Yep.
So like as soon as they're done with C-section,
Yeah.
pressure washing the walls. essentially.
But baby, you remember what they told us? First of all, you remember what they played for us when they were pulling Seven out? The surgeon. Actually, he wasn't even the surgeon. He was the anesthesiologist, a black man. Shout out to all of the people who helped deliver Seven. They were amazing at Wake Med in Raleigh. But he was like, I was shaking. Would you do that when you're in labor and going
Hated that.
through?
Well,
I
yeah,
should.
forever.
But
Hated that.
all women who was pregnant who had a baby know this, but don't nobody ever tell you this
I was
shit.
telling him, fix that. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
Yeah, what's
like,
wrong with her?
What
And
you
me,
got going
on the
on?
first verse, I didn't even like. I don't know what the fuck going on.
What?
Baby, you was everything I needed. All I needed was for you to be in that room. When they say he
Nah,
couldn't go
for
back there with me, I was like, bitch, what? And when he walked in, I felt calm, but my body was still shaking.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the anesthesiologist was like, you know what? Let me play you some music. What you like to listen to? You know, I'm an India Irie girl. You know, kind of neo soul girl. He played Just the Two of Us.
How cute.
He can make
That's so
it different.
Just
Just
the two of us. And then the lady on the other side was like, it ain't gonna be the two of y'all in like a minute.
No.
And they
Literally,
pulled that
bro,
baby
pulled that little
out.
nigga out, bro, in like 37 seconds, bro.
Y'all,
Man.
I'll never forget it.
That's crazy.
I wish-
So yours went by quick still too. It just felt long on your side. but
Please, my
Cause you had to push.
listen.
It literally didn't.
And
take
when
that
you
long.
gotta
I
push,
want to hear about
let's
that.
Let's talk about that.
when you have to push, your brain. Okay, just think about this, and this is kind of inappropriate, but this is literally it. Think about not being able to shit and
Right.
how bad your head hurt when you trying to shit or you trying to strain,
Right. I can imagine.
and do it 45 times until just the head's grounded.
What?
Just the head.
Because
And
I
then you got the motherfucking shoulders.
Okay, so I can imagine that because when you were laboring, active labor, doesn't it feel like a very painful shit that won't come? That's what.
Now I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't feel no pain.
Oh,
Wasn't
never.
that the epidural? That's why.
I went to 7 centimeters
Oh, I had-
before I got epidural.
Shit.